Hi, I'm Mike Thomas, President of Kiwi Indian Motorcycle Company. In this session we're going to talk about engine valves, the material they're made of and the construction. To a lot of people, valves are valve, they look shiny or they come black. Black is the black nitrated ones. They don't seem to hold up in Indians, as well as the stainless hard chromed ones. These ones here that we're going to talk about are the ones that we sell, Kiwi Indian Motorcycle Company. These are a stainless valve with hard chrome stems, meaning on the stems here, they're hard chrome, they resist wear, and it's a super burnished fine finish. It's not a ground finish, it's a super duper, it's a burnished finish, so it gives a very slippery surface, which is what we need in these Indians. Indians are subjected to very, very harsh environment, meaning that there's a high heat, they're an air-cooled engine, high heat, flat head, there's a lack of lubrication or no lubrication, especially on the exhaust. So they're running a dry environment, so they have to be the best material money can buy. Valves come in a lot of different price ranges you'll find on the market, but the Kiwi ones you will find are more expensive. It's a very high-end stainless steel. They're made of 214N, 214N. It's a high material. There's another material that's a little bit lesser. It's 212N. That represents the nickel content. So even our intake valves, we make those out of the 214N, which it's an exhaust material, but it's the best you can get for an Indian. So it's a completely machined valve. You can see underside of the head and on top of the head. Very nice looking valve. And the hard chrome goes all the way along. So all the wear area of the stem from here all the way along to here. And on the top of the valve stem, it's actually got a wafer tip. This one here, a little bit hard to see it on this one because it's so well finished in, but you can actually see a little change in the color of the material at the top. Last 1/16 of an inch. That's actually a wafer tip welded on there on the end of the valve. I'll show you on this one here. It's a little bit easier to see. Actually see a weld joint. You can see a line there. That's the wafer tip that's on the top of the valve. And this here makes contact. This end here is making contact with the tappet adjusting bolt. So that's it's getting slammed up against there all the time because you've got your tappet clearance and it's been impounded. So it's really important that that has a wafer tip on the end. That's a hardened tip. Your cheaper valves are just going to be induction hardened, which is a cheap ass way of doing it, and it doesn't get as hot. It doesn't get anywhere near as hard. This particular valve here, it's a used one. It's got 37,000 miles on it. You can see some little minor polishing going on in it, but there's absolutely no wear whatsoever going on this valve, and it's fit to go back in. So that's the advantage of using a very high quality stainless steel valve. It's got a good margin on the head here, meaning this thickness here, you can do many valve grinds with it. Not that you'll need to with 214N. The hard chroming on these valves is on there nice and heavy, so it's not going to wear off. A lot of people misrepresent stainless valves. This is stainless valves, hard chrome stems. Yeah, it's a cheap ass stainless they use, and then the stems they put a flash plating on here, flash hard chrome. So what happens is after a few thousand miles it actually rubs off. So Indians are in a very, very harsh environment. We on the front lines on this stuff all the time, where we're building motors, we're tearing clients' motors down, tearing our own motors down because we do a lot of miles on them, and we do a lot of R&D, a lot of testing. So we actually get to see what works and what doesn't work firsthand. When it comes to the valve train, spend really good money. It doesn't cost that much more, maybe an extra $5 a valve, but you're actually getting a far better material, and it's going to last forever.